If you're serious about healing, there are 4 people you have to forgive first. 1, your parents, living or gone. Whether they did their best or fell short, they gave you life. And holding on to what they couldn't give you will only keep you stuck. Thank them for what they could offer, and let the rest go. 2, the people you once loved. The ones who didn't stay. The ones who couldn't meet you where you were. Wish them peace. Wish them healing. But stop reopening a door that life already closed. 3, everyone else who hurt you. Friends, strangers, people who let you down. You don't need an apology to forgive. You need your peace. Wipe the slate clean. Not for them, for you. 4, yourself, the hardest one. The version of you that made mistakes, that didn't know better. You can't carry the past forever. This is now. Forgiveness isn't weakness, it's release. And you can't move forward if you're still dragging everything behind you. If you're serious about...
Hey guys. What's up? Hey, what's up, Happy? Hey, Bad Wolf. Anyone else that's lurking? Hope everyone's doing well. I kind of have a headache, so I'm not going to be loud. I'm going to be a little soft tonight, but let me shut my door so the dogs are not bothering me. Hold on. All right. But I can't get last night off my mind. I can't get Ellie off my mind for multiple reasons. But I think people were a bit too hard on her last night. Hey, Amber. And I'm saying that from a perspective of personal perspective, I guess you can put it. I don't know how else to put it. But I think people are looking at it like she's a creator, and she's not. She's just a sub. And because she was on QB's panel so much, I think there seems to be this thought process like she's a creator and she knows better. But she's not. She's just a sub. And a lot of people that were coming at her are creators. And as a creator, you do think differently. Now, don't get me wrong. Was she a bit fucking manic last night? Absolutely. She was all over the place tenfold. But I don't think she was high. I don't think she was on anything. Like I said last night, I think it really came from a place of hurt. And that was her defense mechanism. And I don't know why I've been thinking about it all day, but I have. Actually, I heard something that reminded me of some shit that went down today. And I'm going to play that too. But Ellie, whether she wants to admit it or not, was part of QB's hive for a long time. And I personally think, and I could be wrong, but I personally think she feels betrayed. I personally think that she has witnessed a lot of shit that went on in those discords, a lot of shady shit that went on in those discords. And she honestly felt, what's the big deal if I share it with JP? Now, mind you, she shared it with JP back in April. We're now at September. This didn't come out until August. So that makes me think, why didn't it come out in April if it was so important? And that's something only JP can answer. But, and I haven't spoken to Ellie today other than a text message, but I haven't spoken to her. This is just my thoughts after rehearing it last night. Hey, Randa. Hey, Sweet Misery. Hey, Sly. After rehearing it on Jones's Live, which I'm going to get into, But, you know, as someone who's been through pretty much everything that's someone can go through here, I've been there. Hey, Yarn, and I know what it's like for something to all of a sudden come out a few years later. I mean, a few months later. Yes, but I'm saying JP knew about it months ago. They admitted that this happened back in April. So if it happened back in April, why did it just come out now? Why did JP all of a sudden have a conscience months later? So I kind of have a problem with that, because then it goes back to, well, why didn't you say anything back then? Because JP stated, okay, hold on. It only came out because Ellie brought it to Kodo and told Kodo JP did it. So she was forced JP to tell the truth. Okay. Why would Ellie go to Kodo and say that JP did it, knowing that JP could have said that she did it? No, Indy, I think you're wrong. And the only reason why I'm saying I think you're wrong is last night they both confirmed that Ellie gave it to JP, and then JP went to Queenbee and whoever else. And then Queenbee confronted. All right, so let me back up. That part of the story really doesn't matter, and here's why. If people are saying how awful and cruel and mean that Ellie is for doing this and she's a doxer, well, isn't JP just as fucking responsible? Because JP sat on this information for months? So if you're gonna bitch at Ellie for doing this, well, JP knew about it the entire time. So you can't say one's at fault and not the other, because it sounded like really they were kind of in on it together. I agree, Yarn. At the end of the day, it's all fucking shady. Hang on, let me let little one in. So this is what's been bothering me like all day. Because I feel like you can't have one without the other. Now, as I wrote on my community post, hey, Denise. As I wrote on my community post today, there were comments made, oh, Laura got dissed by JP and JP wouldn't go up on the panel, and that was so great. JP sat in my back chat for a while. Ellie asked me to go up if she could come up on my panel. So she got first reign. I didn't need a shit show between JP and Ellie. And if JP wanted to address Ellie, she would do it after Ellie got down, or JP, whatever. And I was doing that for JP. I'm sorry, I was doing that for Ellie. I was giving Ellie that respect. I'm that Queenbee, and I don't owe JP anything. And she knows that. I mean, I'm not saying anything out of the norm. But like, me and JP aren't friends, so I'm not going to go ahead and diss Ellie, and not respect Ellie just to give JP a platform when she has her own platform and Ellie doesn't. So, for all you guys that think, "Oh my god, she was so dissed," get a fucking life, but we're gonna get to you guys after. So, I don't know, I've just been thinking about this all day. I know. Why am I thinking about Ellie in this all day? I just am. And I really just feel like shit needs to people need to communicate because I feel like this whole thing is such a huge miscommunication between friends where people that they were friends or perceived to be friends. And it sucks. I believe me, I've been there. See, I was hoping to hear JP's side too, but after Ellie was done, she didn't want to come up. Some people think someone called her, don't go on that panel. Maybe Queenbee said, who knows? Who cares? Whatever. But after Ellie got off, she no longer was in my back chat. She no longer wanted to say anything. I can't force her. She's got her own panel and she could do what she wants. It didn't matter to me either way. But just as someone that's been there, that knows that feeling of betrayal, being betrayed, doing the betrayal, like both on both ends. Believe me, I'm not innocent. I'm never going to say that I'm innocent. So, what I was trying to get Ellie to understand last night is everything goes two ways. It's not all one sided. And she hurt them, they hurt her. But I feel like it's kind of like a miscommunication between them. And on this platform, especially, so many relationships could get ruined due to a comment, due to uh miscommunication between people, miscommunication because you're chatting and you're not actually speaking. And it's just so much. But if everyone thinks Ellie is crazy, JP and the baby Discord get away. I agree with you. But I mean, she was a bit manic last night. I mean, let's call a spade, but and I don't see Crystal, I'm with you on that. I didn't really understand why nobody would give her a platform other than the fact that she was going to Queenbee's friends. That's all I can think of is that she was legit going to Queenbee's friends. So because she was going to her friends to get a platform, that's why she wasn't getting a platform. That's the only thing I can think of. But the reason why I keep saying there's a miscommunication is Ellie sent me a text between her and Kodo. And Ellie perceived it as she got kicked out of the Discord. And I told her, I don't perceive it like that at all. So whatever happened between them or something that went on between them, it's not my business. I don't know, nor do I care. But that's when I really started thinking about this miscommunication between them. And I've lost friends on here. I've made friends, I've lost friends. And it hurts when it happens. People that again, people that I hurt, people that hurt me, everything goes two ways. There's not one-sided for anything. And I just wish that I could have made Ellie understand that. See, Indy, I hate when people say that. I really do. Let me tell you something, okay? If I hate to even bring this up, but I have to. The CPS shit. I brought that on myself. That is a situation where someone can say, whatever hate you get, whatever people turned on you, you brought that on yourself from lying to people and blah, blah, blah. I did that. That is a consequence that I have to live with. That is a consequence that someone can say you brought that all on yourself. I absolutely fucking did. 100%. And I own it. And I did. When I hear people use that term, when it comes to Ellie, Brittany, or many other situations on YouTube where tons of people are going after you and blah, 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 and the worst thing you may have done is had a miscommunication, I have a problem with that. I don't believe Ellie brought this all on herself. I don't know what happened. I'm not in that circle. But I do know things go both ways. Hey, headstones. And nothing is all one-sided. And if you think something is one-sided, like, okay, so you say Ellie hurt you. Maybe you hurt Ellie and didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying, Yon. I don't think Ellie is innocent in all of this at all. But like I said, everything goes two ways. Nothing is just one-sided. I'd probably be a little manic too if I was in Ellie's situation, to be honest. All those people that look that's my point. Truth it out. I totally agree with that. 100% agree with that. That people that loved her a month ago acting like she's insane, telling her she's insane, calling her all the names that went on last night. Someone left a comment, your chat was horrible last night. I'm sorry. I have an open chat to a point. But my mods didn't think anything was horrible. People were speaking their opinion. They weren't gaslighting. I thought it was a good mix of people last night. I mean, being in the community long enough, we all knew who was in that circle that was going against her, that wasn't going. I mean, it was kind of obvious. So I thought my mods did an excellent job last night. Call me crazy, but I think they did an amazing job last night. They only deleted some bad riffraff, but for the most part, they let people speak. And in my opinion, most people were pretty respectful, other than, her inner circle. But going back to my original point, what I got out of it somewhat, thank you, Truth. What I got out of it somewhat, oh, I'm getting to all that, Crystal, is everyone wants to say how shady Ellie was, but JP was just as shady. And believe me, I'm no angel. We did a lot of shit back in 2019, 2020. And Hartley likes to point out how a non-angel I was. You know what I never did, Hartley? I never sent somebody to drive by one of my enemy's houses. That I didn't do, Hartley. But the person you support does. But we're going to get there. I'm jumping ahead. So, and again, I take full ownership that I was an asshole in 2019, 2020, maybe even into 2021. All right, I'll give you that. But by end of 2021, I pretty much changed. I think. I don't know, maybe 22 I wasn't such an angel, but I wasn't as bad as I was before that. Either way, people grow, people change, but you'll never hear me not admit to being an asshole back then, because I was. And I own it, and it is what it is, and people can either forgive me or they can. I don't know. But I was an asshole. And I didn't care what came out of my mouth, and I wasn't much. I mean, I was like, did I send Steph by Diane? I did not send Steph to Diane's house. What I said was, why don't you drive by and get a picture of it? I didn't force her. I'm not a fucking cult leader. I didn't force her to do it. And Diane really wasn't an enemy. But either way, that goes back to 2019, 2020. I think that was 2020. So it was 5 years ago. But that was to get a picture of Diane. I know, right, Grain? But I also didn't threaten Diane with it. Just remember that. I didn't threaten Diane like, you should be worried. We did it as a joke to try to get a picture of her to see if she was a real person. A little different than what Queenbee did. But no, I didn't force anyone. And it wasn't an intimidation tactic either, which has also made it quite different. So, hold on. I definitely know it wasn't recorded after Britney's live. That's what I said last night. Yeah, I was saying that last night. Oh, and Diane doesn't have kids. Good point. Grain, you don't even know what went on. No, not that kind of real. I don't mean real like she was fake real. Like if she matched her picture. It's a whole story. I'm not even getting into Diane, but it's Grain. It's too deep to get into. It's totally not the same as QB. No, I don't mean like she was an AI. But if you weren't around, maybe Ash will tell you. It's too much to get into. And I'm not even going down that path, but Ash knows what I mean. It was taken on August 24th, so a week and a day ago. Hey, Evil Queen, what was her video? Her video, Queenbee's video was taken on August 24th. How do you know? How do you know the day? Why isn't there a public holiday today for QB's birthday? I know, right? I forgot what I was gonna say. So does anybody watch Stephanie Harlowe? Because I heard this today. I don't know why I got notification of it. I am not sub to her. So I'm not sure why I got this. It was from a few days ago. But there's so many things in it that reminded me of this community. One of them being the assholes, kind of like some of the ones I heard today in Jones's chat. Oh, they found a date on it? They showed it on Jonesin. Yeah, I didn't watch all of Jonesin. I only watched some of it. I think Deets knows timestamp. Okay, so I was right last night because I said last night, it's sunny out. This is bullshit. This didn't happen because of a threat. This is dirty ass Queen Bee putting it in her back pocket, or Clue putting it in her back pocket for when she needed it. But Jonesin was playing my live today, and I'm telling you, because she has struck me, I was so fucking tempted to put it on private. but I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I'm like, I'm not a dick like this. And a lot of people that do follow me were in her chat, but I even thought about striking her. I'm like, ooh, I should strike her right now. But unlike her, I'm not an asshole like that. So I chose not to. But I did almost private it just to be a dick. But then I was like, nah, I won't. So a lot of people in Jones's chat were like, hey, I came in to say hi. Ew, Laura. So many fucking comments. Then you got Uni. Ash, why the fuck is Uni on my dick? Like, tell her to get the fuck off me. Like, ew, gross. And she cannot stop talking about me. She did it in Jones's chat with her fake ass bullshit. Oh, I told her you don't strike. You said it on that line. Nah, I don't strike. But she has struck me, so I was just gonna do it to be an asshole. But I couldn't do it. Oh my god, you didn't see her in Jones's chat all the fucking time. Yeah, a lot of people were taking digs at me in Jones's chat. So like an hour after I left that chat, I happened to hear this PSA from Stephanie Harlowe. And I was like, wow, so much of that applies to this community. And so I wanted to play it for you guys and relate it to this community. Ignore like the first minute or two when she talks about like what she was wearing. But the rest of it, I could not have said it better myself. And I was like, you know what? That is so much everything that I try to say, and it just never comes out right. So I'm going to play it for you guys, and then we're going to get into the whole Queenbee shit. Hold on. Because I have not heard anybody go off today about, you're going to hear it, Ash, about what happened. I guess Jones had mentioned it, but it should be everywhere. Everywhere. You saw it? Evil Queen, you know what I'm talking about? Tell me it doesn't apply to this community, because it does. Now, let me also say, I didn't even know Stephanie was still around. Like, I don't get anything, notifications from her. I feel like there was a reason why I got this one. That's how I feel like. Someone above, and you can't see it now. Hold on. Let me remove this. I'll show you something weird. Oh. Okay. 11/11 is my lucky number. It's the day my twins were born. It's the month that Dayton was born. And it's just totally my lucky number. Hey, I'm MO3. So all those things like aligned when I heard this video. And I was like, wow, it's 11/11. I'm not sub to her. And it just reminds me of this community. So just take a listen. Like I said, ignore the first couple of minutes. After like 3 minutes, it applies.
I just posted a few days ago the last video in a 3-part series on YouTube about Shayna Hubers and Ryan Poston. And I wanted to give it a little time for that whole series to go out before I address something that I saw in the comment section of part 1 of that video. So we're going to address it. Ready? So in part 1 of that video, I was wearing a white tank top and like a, I don't know, like a sweatshirt, a zip up sweatshirt with a hood. And I was stunned at the amount of comments talking about my appearance, not just my appearance, but the amount of skin I was showing, a lot of pearl clutching happening. And I screenshotted some of those comments before I hit the users for my channel. In case you want to see them, let me know. I can post them for you. But basically, it was a lot of, hey, if you want to be taken seriously, you shouldn't dress like this. And, oh, are you doing this to make your views go up? Like, this is really cheap of you. And I'm leaving. I did not come to this video to look at your boobs all day. And to that, I have a few things to say. And I think this is important to talk about because the internet is a great place, but it's also a place where people feel anonymous and they are far more likely to jump in the comment section using some weird screen name and some cat screaming as their profile picture and say the most foul, unnecessary, irrelevant, condescending, judgmental, just mean shit ever. And I think we need to, kind of take a lesson that this is not the way to go. Number one, I was filming these videos, this specific video, part 1 of the series, in the middle of August. It was 105 degrees that day. And not only was it 105 degrees that day, which meant the air conditioner could not keep up with it, I'm sitting in a small room with 7 lights blaring at me. So, I mean, it's hot. It's hot. And I have to be honest, when it's hot like that, my comfort level to sit down for 2 to 3 hours and film a video is far more important than me wearing a turtleneck, a scarf, and a winter hat to appease people who forgot that women have breasts. But not only that, my floors were getting redone in my house. I had all the carpets pulled up and flooring put in because I hate carpets. I find it to be very unsanitary. But anyways, that's what I did. And so all of my clothes, because all of my furniture had to be pulled out of the room, and I had to take all the clothes out and put them in bins. All my clothes are in just random bins scattered about my.
Now, mind you, she has almost 1 million subscribers. She's I know she hasn't grown that much recently, like since the death of Adam, because I remember she had like 750 and now she's at like 850 or something. So she hasn't grown much lately, but she still has almost 1 million subscribers. The fact that she feels that she needs to address this at almost 1 million subscribers, people don't realize the effect that they have on creators or the shit that creators have to deal with day in and day out. They don't realize it. So that's why I'm playing it.
House. So basically, for the last 2 weeks, I've been just kind of wearing and rewashing the same 3 to 4 pieces of clothing, or just grabbing whatever I could out of the bins and hoping that it would work. But even
Crystal, in her defense, I did the exact same thing. I could fight like fuck with Brad, but at the end of the day, he was still Dayton's dad, and I'll always love him for that. And once they're dead, there's no way to get that back. So I absolutely can defend her on that. You never expect them to die.
so, I don't think what I was wearing was inappropriate. It was a white tank top and a sweatshirt, like a Lululemon scuba zip up sweatshirt. So when I'm sitting here defending myself, like, oh, I couldn't find my clothes, I should not have to do that. I was not naked. I was not wearing a bra, as some people accused me of. I was not intentionally doing it to get more views. I was not intentionally doing it to appeal to the male gaze. I was not doing it so that you would clutch your pearls and have to go and, talk to your rosary and do the sign of the cross and ask God to protect me and forgive me for my horrible behavior. I wasn't doing it because of that. I was doing it because it was hot. It was hot and that was comfortable. And that's it. So I guess all this to say, I find it very weird to police anybody's body or clothing. I find it especially weird. I mean, maybe you think this stuff and you're like, oh, she's showing a little skin today. But why do you post it? Why do you post a comment saying that? Why? What is the point? Do you hope to shame me into wearing a full hazmat suit when I film? Because that's not going to happen. Trust me. Many have tried to shame me. None of it succeeded yet. But I am aware that there's a very small and bored and sad group of people on the internet who will continue to try to shame me. And you guys keep at it. I'm really proud of you. You're my biggest fans after all. You watch everything I do, even though you say you don't, but you do, because I know you do. But anyways, yeah, I find it weird to police anybody's body or to say something about what anyone's wearing. Just really strange, because worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. That's all we can control. That's all we can worry about. And on top of that, if you have a huge issue with cleavage of any kind, you should stay at home, stay inside. Don't go out in the summer. Don't go to a beach. Don't go to a pool. Oh my God, please don't. Please don't, because you're going to be over there.
Fuck no, I never told her to go through the mail and trash. What are you, crazy? No, sorry. Never did that.
Throwing out red cards to everybody wearing a bikini. And life is made for more than this, okay? Life is made to focus on yourself, control what you can control, take care of the people around you, take care of yourself, not to go onto a true crime video about a young man being murdered and comment on the presenter's amount of.
No, I didn't. There was no reason to go through her fucking trash or go through her mail. So unless you have proof of me doing that, go fuck yourself. Thank you.
Cleavage and how it's not appropriate for you. So much pearl clutching. So anyways, all this being said, if you don't like something about me, my voice, the way I pronounce things, my clothing choices, the way I touch my glasses, my very strong opinions, I'm not the creator for you. And that is fine, because there's a lot of true crime creators out there and many of them are different than me. I'm not the creator for you. But why do you come back week after week after week to tell me how much you hate me and how the things I do offend you and bother you? But you keep coming back. You keep coming back only to just say that stuff. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not for everyone. No one's for everyone. I don't try to be for everyone. And maybe you're used to creators or people in your lives appeasing you and trying to be what you want them to be so that you can be more comfortable. But I don't do that. I can't do that. No one can do that. So it would be a really huge losing battle for me. And I would be spending so much time and energy trying to figure out how to make sure everyone liked me and no one was upset with me, that my content would suffer. The content that's important, the content that's talking about these victims and these crimes, that would suffer, because so much of my time and energy would be spent into thinking how I can make everyone happy and not make anyone say anything mean to me. Say things mean to me all you want, but just so you know, I'm not going to change. Ever. And also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, because I have, because, I see myself, but I was very unhealthily thin about a year ago. And I have been spending this past year making sure that I'm eating properly and giving my body food, and I've gained my weight back. So a lot of my clothes are a little small and don't fit me. And I guess I could say I'm sorry for that, but I'm not. I mean, I'm sorry. It sucks for me because I'm like, ugh, everything feels tight. I gotta get new jeans, but it's good for me. It's healthy for me. And yeah, I'm a woman. I have breasts. What? I don't know. Women have breasts. I have breasts, and they are a little bit larger now that I've put weight back on. So I'm sorry if the sight of those things sends you into a frenzy where you have to get into the comment section and spend even a second of your day telling a woman, put your breasts away. They were away. They were safely tucked away in a tank top. There's cleavage. Oh no. Oh no. It's giving she asked for it because that's how she was dressed energy. And honestly, I don't want people like you in my community. I don't want people like that in my community. Judgmental people are closed-minded. Judgmental people like that don't consider all the factors like weight gain and clothes being in a bunch of boxes because my floors are getting, you don't consider that. You just automatically see something you don't like and attribute it to my character or what I do professionally or what I do for work. Like one thing affects the other when one thing has nothing to do with the other. I could show up to work naked and film these videos naked and the content would still be the same. And if you can't take a woman who has breasts seriously, and you are a woman, because all of these comments came from women, by the way, and you are a woman, there's something else going on there. There's something else going on there. Low self-esteem on your part, jealousy. Maybe you don't want like your husband or boyfriend to walk behind you and see that, and you're like, trust me, he's seeing more than that on the internet. I don't know what your problem is, but you need to look inside, ask yourself, why do I feel the need to do this? Why is the female anatomy so shocking and offensive to me? And then, get help, whether you're talking to a friend or a therapist, or I guess just doing some internal work and trying to figure out what about you makes you project on me and others. Because I'm sure I'm not the only one. If you feel comfortable enough to talk to me like that, you feel comfortable enough to talk to anyone like that. Not in real life, on the internet. But yeah, in conclusion, I'm a woman. I have breasts. I do not apologize for that. And I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna change how I dress. I'm not gonna change how I act. I'm not gonna change my personality, my mannerisms, my voice, the way I speak, the way I pronounce things. I'm not gonna change. I can't change that. That's who I am. If you do not like who I am, you should not watch me. You should not support my content. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Promise you, I'm fine with that. Because I only want like-minded, open-minded, kind, non-judgmental, critical thinkers around me and in my community. And I will always respond to constructive criticism and be open to it. But when you're just blatantly being a bitch, I don't have time for that. So I'm going to block you. So it's like you don't have to announce your exit, because I'm going to make sure I don't see your comments ever again. And then every time you make another account, because you got way too much time on your hands and you keep saying the same kinds of stuff in my comments, I'm going to block you again. And yeah, maybe one of those times I'll tell you off and then block you. But either way, that's what's going to happen. It doesn't bother me. Giving me an enemy to fight against fuels me. You guys are so helpful and conducive to my progress, to me getting up every day and continuing to do everything that I do, knowing that I have people out there who wish to see me fail, knowing I have people out there who are picking apart every single thing I say, do. It's fuel for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Bye. Hello.
Green, I'll show you a big screen. That's it. That's what you wore. I mean, really, she didn't even have to wear a sweater over it. It is what it is. But it so reminded me of Betty. It reminded me of Brittany. I mean, we're all guilty of it at some point. It reminded me of all these fucking trolls that are trying to pretend they're me or trying to pretend they're someone else. And it's so fucking obvious who it is. But we're not going to go there. But I just thought that this video just related to so much of this community, especially when you hear stupid shit that they say about Brittany every single day, stupid shit they say about me every single day, stupid shit they say about just anybody. And after watching Jones's chat today with the constant comments, like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't like you either, so get the fuck over it. And I couldn't say anything because I'm blocked, but it's like, oh my God, just shut the fuck up. Don't worry about me or what I said or what I did. Like, move on with your own fucking life. So when I heard that, it just really reminded me of this whole community and how fucked up it is now. And people think that the community is good now. No, the community is a fucking horrible, run by lowlifes, people who can't speak fucking English. And I don't get it. I just don't get it. Exactly. Laura has people that like her, deal with it. Her look is good point, Zoe. Her look is much better than T-Rev in a white tank top. Excellent, excellent point. Zoe, it looks like your membership. Weren't you green when you first came in tonight? I could have sworn you were green. I know you were green yesterday, so I think it just ran out. But that's weird. Denise, I thought of that too. Because Stephanie didn't do it like Molly does. It wasn't, look at my boobs kind of thing. But I did. I thought of that too. All right. iPhone won't let you be green. That's because my mods don't drop the link enough. Mods. Oh, mods. So, like I said, that just got me thinking. I know that I will have this X over me forever. And I'm okay with that. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. I know that people want to put this X over me forever. But it seems like so many other things get looked right over. Queenbee last night threatening Brittany, or I wouldn't even say threatening, I'll say intimidating Brittany, saying that they had someone drive past the house because of Craig's threat, which wasn't even a fucking threat. And nobody in the hive gives a fuck. Nobody in the hive thinks that this is a problem. What the hell is wrong with all of you? Are you that fucking weak and that dying to be accepted by this fucking felon that you have no fucking problem with what happened? Is this real life? Because it doesn't feel like it. Do they not understand the gravity of the situation? And I mean that. Do they not get it? She fucking threatened another YouTuber. Another YouTuber. She threatened. Why? Because she fucked up in the first place? Again, Chris, I was going to bring that up. People put this X over me for something I did in 2021. And again, people want to put an X over me forever. You go right ahead. But at least I can honestly and truly say that I've changed over the years and I've grown and I've learned from my mistakes. And am I still hot-headed? Yeah, absolutely. But nobody, no matter how much bullshit has been given, nobody has ever said that I was dangerous. They may have said I was an asshole, but at no point did anybody ever say that I was dangerous or that they were scared of me. That says something. You know what it says? Yeah, I fucked up. I made a mistake. But nobody's scared. People are fucking scared of Queenbee and Clue. As I've stated in the past, I don't know Clue's history, but Queenbee has not fucking changed at all. From the time she was 15 to the time she's 36 or however old she is. Her time on YouTube has not changed at all. 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. She's been nothing but a real lifer. And yet her people want to look the other way. And she throws stones like she's all high and mighty. And Yarn, I agree with you. And I don't think anyone stood, well, there were a few that stood behind me, but that's neither here nor there. She is getting worse because now she's got Clue behind her. And I spoke about this last night. And I wanted to I know Jonesin played some of it. I don't know if she played all of it, but I did want to play the stuff that Clue played about how she's suing Britney. It's comical. I'm sorry, but it's nothing more than intimidation tactic. It's nothing more than someone trying to threaten her and trying to scare her with her big ass bully tactics. And I really hope Britney doesn't fall for it. I really hope Britney catches on and says, you know what? I don't need this shit. I don't want this shit. Go fuck yourself. Clue, Queenbee, Jonesin. They're not people to be afraid of. Even Savage. She's not someone to be afraid of. Nobody should be afraid of anybody on the internet. Nobody. And if you are, you might want to remove yourself because that's a you problem. But nobody should be afraid of anybody on the internet. You know who gets afraid of people on the internet? People that go real life. That's who people are afraid of. So if these people go real life, why are you supporting them? Why are you okay with all the shit that they do? Why is it okay that QB is now considered one of the shadiest motherfuckers in this community? If you don't think that her and Clue and all of them contributed to Britney's CPS calls, you're sadly mistaken. If you don't think Granny has ever called CPS on someone, you are sadly mistaken. If you don't think that Clue would rat you out in a heartbeat, you're sadly mistaken. If you don't think Queenbee would rat you out in a heartbeat, you're sadly mistaken. These people, well, take Clue out. I don't think she's a criminal. But you're looking at felons who are hustlers, who are playing the fuck out of their subs. Queenbee has another fucking fund. Think about this for a second. She tries to claim that she's so broke. She has done a $5,000 fund for over 3 years now. You do the math. It's over $200,000. Her lawsuit with Betty is not anywhere near $200,000. Her custody issues at this point are nowhere near $200,000. But you know what? Her subs aren't paying for a custody issue. Her subs are allegedly paying for her lawsuit with Betty. I got news for you, subs. She's gone far beyond what she's paying her attorney for Betty. And if it's such a frivolous lawsuit and Betty is so nothing, because it's not like Betty's rich. It's not like she's suing Molly's husband or something. So please tell me why she needed another attorney out of Chicago if this lawsuit is just so frivolous. And if she's going to win and she's got no chance of losing and Betty's such a loser and blah, blah, blah. Tell me why she needed to hire another attorney for it. That's what I want to know. Because if it was that weak of a lawsuit and she is so upset over it, I mean, and it's such a stupid lawsuit and she's going to win and Betty lost this and Betty, why'd you need to hire another attorney? But she has been collecting more than $5,000 per month since November of 2023. We are now in September of 2025. All right, I'm sorry. I think it was November of 2022, maybe? She claims she just paid an $8,000 bill. Yeah, she may have paid an $8,000 bill that probably covered to date, or she gave this new lawyer $8,000, but that's a month and a half for her. She makes this $5,000 once or twice a month. Do the math. She's more than covered this lawsuit. And every month without fail, she's got another $5,000 going. So then you think, why does everyone keep talking about lawsuits? Well, you know why? Nonsense. Clue. They all want a piece of that pie. They all want to get sued. We know Granny wanted to get sued. Jay probably wants to get sued. Because that's what hustlers do. And Queenbee don't want anyone sued. She's dragging this the fuck out so she can keep bringing in money. She don't want to give up that money. And you could sit here and say, oh, Laura's this, Laura's that. You can, but you know what? You know what I don't do? I don't fucking scam my audience because I'm some fucking hustler that has to rob people blind. She makes more than enough in super chats to cover her fucking attorney. She does. She's pulling in 10 to 20,000 a month for years now, for at least 2 years. She is covering way enough in super chat. Nothing. I don't know. I don't watch her on. Nothing about why she needs $5,000. I want to get sued too. I said the same thing. I was all excited when Granny said she was going to sue me. I'm like, woohoo! Take everyone on vacation. No one's talking about the lawsuit with Betty anymore, including Burnt Toast, who was reading every docket. I don't think there's been anything, though. Well, because Burnt Toast had to jump on the bandwagon of Britney, the hate Britney shit. So if she jumps on the hate Britney stuff, then you know what? Woohoo! Burnt Toast will still make money. Oh, she's a total fraud. Total fraud. Sticking up for Clue and nonsense and all these fucking tragedy pimps. Because that's what they are. No, they couldn't pull the shit in real life at all. But they can in online. They most certainly can do it online. And Queenbee another Diane doesn't even have to show her face. She can just sit there and be like, rah, rah. Act all big and bad while everybody else carries her. But, I mean, if that's what she wants to do, that's not my issue. Sweet Misery, can you drop the membership link, please? I don't know where my other mods went. They disappeared. I know Yarn doesn't drop links. All right, let me pull up Clue's nonsense. It's really kind of funny. Hey, Verico. Good night, Grain. All right, before I play it, is there anyone who hasn't seen it? So I don't feel like I'm just like playing to the air. Here's another thing that's pretty funny too, though. Clue and Jay has 100,000 subs, over 100,000. Clue always pulls 1,700 in her chat. Jay and Clue did it together today, did a live together and had 220 people. Do you think they're going to stop talking about Britney? No. Yeah, Idaho deep dive with Jay. All right, I got to find it. Hold on. Of course, I don't know exactly where my thing was. All right, so I'm not quiet. We will do this together. Clue threatening Brittany is what I'm looking for.
So while Angela, obviously you're in here listening, super sticker of law. You are just on here speaking to yourself, right? And I think none of you would watch her or know what she says at all if it wasn't for us reviewing her. And that is the truth.
Might be here where it starts. This is like how Clue justifies what they're doing to Brittany. And she's literally convincing people that they're doing this as a favor to Brittany. Yeah. And I just can't believe how many people buy into this bullshit.
Julie told her this morning that this community is very strong and we all love and care for each other parasocially, right? As much as you can parasocially, right? And there is a lot of weight in the statement. Without viewers, you are not a chance.
I'm not trying to be petty, okay? But please explain to me how someone who's going bald is going to talk about someone else's looks. And I mean that. Look at this. You're going bald. How are you talking about someone else's looks? That's what I want to know.
You know, you are not a creator. You are just on here speaking to yourself, right? And I think her way of thinking may be that she believes truly that if she eliminates everyone else, then either she will get all the views and i.e. all the money, right? What she doesn't seem to understand, though, is that the people that are in here right now are not going to go watch her. None of you would watch her or know what she says at all if it wasn't for us reviewing her. And that is the truth. We have seen what happens, right? When she goes on and she is not coming at anybody, clapping back, starting shit. There's like 100 people in there. And only that many now, because at this point, there are still people who hate watch and record everything, right? She thinks eliminating people coming for her, as she puts it, would be the solution. Not even realizing that she constantly complains about new channels popping up, right? All the time. And should she proceed with this, that will only multiply, right? You can't control that. You have put yourself on a public platform. I can't help it.
For the record, this is manipulative speaking. Her right at the end wants you to agree with her. Closing it instead of leaving it open-ended or just speaking, she is getting people. It's almost a form of brainwashing. There's a certain way to speak to get people to see things your way. That's exactly what she's doing. And her subs fall right into it.
When you bitches play a fucking video of me walking down a hill and I look like the fucking Michelin Man, I can't fucking do anything about that because I have put myself on a public platform. You are free all day to watch the video and give your opinion on it. Kind of like I am free to watch her videos and say, I don't personally believe you when you say that little voice I just heard is just, I don't know, ignorant and doesn't know that you're sleeping. I'm allowed to give that opinion. What I am not allowed to do, however, is come out here and defame you. I'm not allowed to come out here and say that you are on drugs. I've always maintained I don't believe your big ass is on anything. I think you're just big. I think you have breathing issues. We hear them. and I think you passed out. Someone mentioned that you don't yawn. My viewing of it may have changed, but I am not stupid enough to sit here and say you are on something. That's asinine. You cannot come out here and defame someone. I can talk about your fucking mommy all I want to. It's my right. It was.
What I find funny is this mom of a Swiftie says, I'm still surprised she has subs that are drinking the gaslighting juice. It's baffling. Mom of a Swiftie, you are the one that's being gaslit. And I'm not saying Brittany doesn't lie, because I've caught her in a few. But you're the one that's being gaslit. This entire fucking chat is being gaslit. And you guys are so blind to see it. And it's sad.
It's really enlightening going to court with Betty and hearing her attorney, because he really kind of, that whole situation, I think, kind of was so surreal until we were in the courtroom hearing them battle it out. Because I'm not going to lie, I was more in agreement with her attorney in that courtroom than anyone else.
Yeah, the arguments that were made.
Right.
Yeah. And I mean, up until the point where she physically approached, quite honestly, that's just how it is,
Right.
When you physically approached, you crossed that fucking line.
Right. And Betty is on the internet calling Katie Proudfoot a murderer. She's talking about how she murdered and then cut up Sebastian and put him in a fucking pickle bag. And her lawyer said, I may not like the things she says. It's not something I would ever say. But the simple fact of the matter is she is allowed to say it. And that is true. I am allowed to needle you and poke you. And I'm allowed to say whatever I want, as long as it doesn't cross the line of defamatory, libel, slander. I don't see too many people out here in this world that would hear what we know about you and say a majority of the things I have said are slanderous. No, they're clear observations that I don't have all on my lonesome. So again, I hope at the end of the day, this is a lesson for you on, should I decide to ever link up with a parent of a missing child, or I just see somebody talking about me and I don't like what they say, that I don't fuck with them unless I'm ready for what could be hiding behind the door. I'm not going to go knocking unless I'm ready for the devil. Is that fair? Since I'm the devil.
This is manipulative, not interrogation, intimidation. That's what I hear. And it gets worse.
Mom of a Swiftie, happy 11-month anniversary. I'm still surprised she has subs that are drinking the gaslighting juice. It's baffling. Hashtag FUBJ. Love you. Mean it. Yeah, look, all I can say when I watch over there is thank you, Jesus, for not making me so stupid. That's literally all I can say. Not a joke either. Like, thank you. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Woodstock, happy 6-month anniversary. Happy Labor Day. I'm telling you, because I would be thankful for the anonymity, right? In a fucking screen name, because I would be ashamed, honestly, if I truly were that dense. St. Shelby Lynn, thank you again for the super chat. I love you guys, mean it, and you better say it back. Love you, mean it. It's your turn.
Huh?
It's your turn. She said,
love
you guys.
Mean it.
He said that just nasty, didn't he? Love you, mean it. I agree with that. Be nice, try it.
The question, would you, right? And I was thinking about that. You to poke a bear that is already whooped your ass, or before, instead of just retreating from it before it completely fucking destroys you, which is what it's trained to fucking do, right? It's what it's in its nature to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the first thing that went through my mind. And then another thing that went through my mind is, if you escaped said bear, would you go right back into the woods looking for another bear to whoop your ass? and poke it until it fucking shows its teeth and its claws. You know what I mean?
So right now they're saying that Britney's poking the bear and that she got her ass whooped by Clue and Cletus. I don't remember that happening.
Because I see a lot of that shit. I really see a lot of it. I see it going on fucking today. It's like, well, I'm not going to speak about this person, but let me go fucking use this snake bitch's content to try and go at somebody else because I can't get this one to back down. I can't get this bear to leave me alone. So let me try to outrun it and go see if I can find another bear that maybe I can fucking slay and put its, its pelt on my fucking floor. Like that, it's just crazy to me. And it shows that at the end of the fucking day, no matter what you claim, you're not a fucking victim of anything that you're getting from the fucking internet because you keep coming and fucking asking for it.
Right.
So if you were a victim, would you keep fucking asking for it? That's really the only question that I have.
Right. Like that's, I think, the thing that is just wilder than hell to me. Ain't nobody thinking about you on a fucking Friday night. Why is your man?
Chloe, you've already admitted you only think about Britney. What are you talking about?
In the background again, trying to throw shit at fiance. Like, why is that even a conversation? Oh, I could sing better than Cletus.
That one still fucking gets me.
You bald motherfucker, and you're muted, right? Like, but you don't want people messing with you. But no, what your fat ass wants, again, not defamation. I have eyes, as you pointed, they're big, wide set, right? That means I see everything on the side and the front. Bitch, you're not getting past me. Your big ass sits there and you want to fucking poke at people. But then when they want to return that poking and tell you about yourself, you're the one in your fifis. You're the bitch I've seen cry on this internet more than one fucking time. Mind you, while still poking everyone. Granny went the longest time because of your fucking injunction and did not speak on you.
Please tell me when Granny was not speaking on her, except for like maybe 2 days. Granny always spoke on her, always.
Meanwhile, you did not stop talking about Granny, did you? Nope. You want to come out here and poke every fucking body that is on this fucking internet.
Oh, they sure as fuck did, Marie.
And then you get pissed. Like it's fucking crazy to me. I agree. No, he'll never sing that good, but he can pipe dream, whatever. Cleta said, let him have it. They have everything. It's documented. But then wants to come out here and say things like, I mean, why won't you just stop? I would never. If I had paid an attorney my hard-earned money, well, in your case, a grifter going grift, right? If I had paid my attorney my hard-earned grifts, it ain't no fucking way I would ever look into this camera and say to anybody, especially if it was somebody on here, why can't y'all just stop? Because guess what? I've already handled my fucking business, and like it or not, you're going to. It don't make no sense. I wouldn't be in that position because, quite frankly, I'm not a pussy, right? If I come for you and you come back at me, I'm ready. Let's go, right? It would never be a moment where I'm like, oh, fuck. All right, now I got to find some underhanded, sneaky way to get this person off this internet because they are getting on my nerves and hurting my fifis. But again, the job of a parent is to raise strong, independent children. I have done that. I don't think we will be saying the same. Lacey Ann, thank you for the super chat. No matter how damaging a statement cannot.
All right, I'm going to say what many people think. And I don't care if they say she, her kid told her, blah, 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 blah. Let's circle back. I am a big believer that she should have had an idea of how sick her husband was. And for you not to know at all or to be completely blind to it when it was that bad, I have a hard time putting you in a category as a great mom. Sorry, not sorry. I know a lot of people think it and don't want to say it. So there it is. I said it.
Be considered defamatory if it is factual. I agree. You could sit over there and cry all you want about me saying something about your mama checking out early, but guess what she did? The simple fact of the matter is she checked out the fuck early. What you gonna do about it? I'm not lying. I'm not telling a story. I'm speaking a fact. I read something the other day. It was all factual. It's on a court document. And you're upset that I read the facts. But you expect me to not be upset when you come out here and write your own fucking narrative to my fucking life. Bitch, go to hell. Well, I have been in my off time when I'm just sitting around looking at the legalities of a situation where certain people are used in certain situations. And yeah, we shall see what happens.
This is the week. We've all been told. This is the week. So
This is it. It starts right here. I think this is it.
let's see.
And I sure did sit my fat ass in the living room today just to make sure if the door went off, I was right there.
Well,
How you doing?
It's Labor Day.
Hey, what I tell, look, I think it was Petty said this earlier. On Labor Day, I said, hey, look, if I was a process server, you know where I'd be working? When I'd be working? Labor Day, because it's a good chance your ass is sitting at the house not doing shit.
No, that's true. That's a fair point. I've been served on Thanksgiving before, so.
Right, because people are home.
Right.
Productivity don't sleep. Some people get that. Some just don't.
Right.
Oh, well, good. And I love, personally, this is just me speaking, I love that the assumption is that we are scared, right? I think that's been proven to not be the case. And truth be told, I am at the point where I'm like, let's fucking get it going. We've been asking for a while. Do what the fuck you're going to do. Because if you think for 10 seconds that we haven't sat here and discussed every option and the repercussion for that option, you're out of your mind. You see, unlike some households, me and my man, we talk all the time because we're actually in love. I didn't just say, let me go find someone who has a roof over their head and pretend I really like them, right? That's not my gig. So this is an actual relationship.
Like, what the fuck is that? Brittany's been with the father of her kids for 14 fucking years. Who were you talking to, Clue? Like, I'm curious. Who the fuck are you talking to? Because it sounds to me like that's fucking projection.
Where we have talked about all of the options and all of the things that will be done for each option. And I can almost guarantee that Nonsense has had that same conversation with Kyle, because again, we aren't in relationships of convenience. We are in relationships where we love each other, respect each other, talk to each other, and fuck a lot. A whole lot. And I only throw that in there because I know it makes you fucking prudish bitches over there go, oh my God, she's so gross.
There are legit so many thoughts going through my head right now, but I will not repeat it because then I'll be a hypocrite because of the stuff I just played about Stephanie. But when I look at Cletus and I look at Clue, yeah, I would imagine they have a hard time finding body parts. Just saying.
What did you say?
Lady Canine, owner and partner to Sarge, has said, basically, why don't you just, why the threats? And I had clarified earlier, these aren't threats, but in fact, just a courtesy, informational about the recourse that, will be taken if action is taken to start it. It just is what it is, right? It's not a threat. It's a fucking fact. It will happen. And, this will come to a fucking end. She said she was getting an attorney. She implied several things. And then she gave a list of major problems or people or so. I forget how she worded it, right? But in that list were Clue, myself, I believe Queen, Granny, and Jay, if I'm not mistaken, were the 5 names she listed that day.
Nonsense
Was in that?
I don't think Queen was, because remember she said, I don't think Queen wants to cause me any harm.
So then she's proceeded to say that, we've heard Craig in the background saying the paperwork's in the mail. So we've been waiting, right? Then they've said September 1st. We've been waiting. She said the other day, next week, which is this week, we're waiting. And quite frankly, I'm satisfied. She's been shown to be a fucking liar. She's been shown she didn't apologize. She's been shown that every fucking thing she has come out here and claimed has not fucking happened. But in fact, it's her delusion or her grift, one of the two. Quite frankly, I'm done fucking speaking on her. I'm done giving a fuck about her. But I'm not going to stop giving a fuck until I see that she's done with the fuck shit coming at the people she's named as who she's or implied that she's taking fucking legal action against. Until that fucking time comes, she can fuck off. But when that time comes and when that's shown that she either is or isn't doing something, I'm fucking done with her. I'm done with it. I don't give a fuck about her. I don't give a fuck about him.
And they don't give a fuck about you.
You can always tell when you're like bothering people because these idiot trolls come in and they are just wild sounding. I wish I was a little bit taller. Pretty weird when married couples brag about having sex. Like weird brag. Sorry, you're not getting any. I agree, Tammy, with that. Super bad. Like, it's so stupid. Like, oh my God. You employ people to fight your battles, and that's also too documented. And then when those people run away.
Read Julie Slotniks, who's now Clue's new bestie. Just saw in chat, BJ claims that I said if BJ proceeds taking down beloved creators, she is signing her death warrant. I did not. That is a lie. I said I want a different phrase because that sounds threatening. What?
You're like, fuck, what am I going to do? Let's go, Nick.
And Dolly's girlfriend, PJ, just became a member. Good job, PJ. We see where you run. But I guess I skipped over. Let me back up because this is almost over and it wasn't almost over. I was probably right before it.
Super chat. Did you look at I am not afraid of you. A piece of fucking shit. This route. I am doubling down on what she said. And I am telling you, face to face, eye contact and everything, multiple times, that people tell them without verifying themselves, bear me, and I'll dox myself if so you find
negative light. That is not accountability. There are many good folks in this world. One of the factors that contribute to anyone being of strong moral caliber is to be able to look in the mirror and take accountability without being forced. When you are a person that can do that, you will never be on the defense of any moral argument because we'll be the one who destroyed the monster within. When someone is confronted,
I just figured that, there are some lurkers that probably needed to fucking hear that. What they do with it is up to them, but it is what it is.
Now you have people like this Brit P who says, BJ, you also have no idea who may supporters of these creators and what support they can provide, including reversing the process on your channel. Dare me and I'll dox myself so you find out. I owe you Clue. Like, this isn't threatening?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to give my opinion. Britt P, thank you for the super chat. BJ, also have no idea who may be supporters of these creators and what support they can provide, including reversing the process on your channel. Dare me, and I'll dox myself if so. You find out. Love you, Clue. Pretty is so funny to me. She's like, I don't give a fuck. That's what they call FAFO. She's offering the FO part, if I'm not mistaken. And Holly, you has, thank you for the super chat. Been here a year, but we'll always subscribe. That you are going to, you will absolutely be sued. 100%.
Can you play something?
And that does not stop with Skolnick. I believe the phrase that Skolnick used is hell will raineth down on your home. That is a popular saying for her. They can't take it. They can't take it. Blah, blah, blah. Or happy 10-month anniversary. Such a strong mama. You've got this. Love you. Mean it. And Saint Shelby Lynn, thank you for the super chat. Super chats always sound wrong. So I pre-apologize if it does. As a paid member, as a paid member of these channels and supporter and donator, if these channels are just going to rumble, there will be no way to fight or it's over. So here's what I think she has decided to do. While there is a fair assumption that she is just collecting money and not going to do shit, because we all know who she came from. NC, if you know, you know. And I do sit.
Oh, you mean like your buddy Granny? Because she came from NC too. So you can't say one without the other.
On the fence and say there's a possibility that she is just collecting this money and she ain't going to do shit, right? However, there is the other side of the coin that tells me she absolutely could be getting a lawyer, obtaining a lawyer, because the people that she came fucking with are now calling out her bullshit and saying big meanie words to her, and she just can't hack it, right? There is a lot of projection in this bitch, and that is a popular saying for her. They can't take it. They can't take it. Blah, blah, blah. You don't see anyone over here saying that we want your channel to be gone. You don't see anyone over here crying on the internet. You know what I mean? When it comes to you, you just don't. Wake up, Maggie. Happy 5-month anniversary. Sneaking out of the bushes to show my support. Thank you, ma'am. There is a good possibility, and this is something that Skolnick was talking about this morning, right? And she was saying, should these channels go down? She was basically trying to warn her of the consequences that will absolutely, it's not a question, and it's not a maybe. It is an absolute given on what will occur should she pull some bullshit, right? I can't speak for anyone else. I know that Skolnick has stated if her channel is to go down, then she will absolutely be suing her, right? And that does not stop with Skolnick. I believe the phrase that Skolnick used.
Let me remind everybody, Brittany doesn't have the power to take somebody down. Only YouTube does. So if YouTube takes you down, there's nothing you can do in a court of law. Stop sounding like the ignorant fucking fools that you are, just trying to rake your subs for that lawsuit money. Give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money. It is fucking pathetic.
Is hell will raineth down on your home.
Oh, they sure did, MO3. They thought that that Julie was a fucking whack job and she was not credible and she was crazy. Oh yeah, they sure did. Hey, Boston.
But you gotta hear Skolnick fucking say it. Like, no, that shit was so damn funny to me.
I'm gonna pull it the fuck up because it was fucking hilarious. I'm telling you, fiance was literally in the kitchen when she said this.
I fucking doubled over fucking laughing. I couldn't catch my damn breath. She had me fucking dying.
Yeah, like he was fucking done. And I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, I'm sorry. He's like, that bitch is crazier than shit, but she's fucking funny as hell. I'm like, well, I can't argue that. Okay, hold on. You gotta
happen legally. Hell will, let me put it in terms you understand. Hell will raineth down upon your household.
I'm sorry, but that's fucking great, dude. I'm sorry. Days and Amaze, happy 1 year anniversary. Holy hell, a whole year. I know, right? I'm making this into a clip.
Hell will raineth down upon your household.
That damn look on her face is fucking everything. That shit is so damn funny.
That's because she's standing on business. This bitch ain't lying.
What's funny is all you have to do is shut the fuck up. If you're so worried about your channel being gone, then shut the fuck up and move on. Plain and simple. Go find different content than talking about the same motherfucking girl every day. I know, tough concept.
And I
Julie seems like the most harmless motherfucker in the world
until
she's fucking serious, and then it's like, oh, okay, you done fucked up.
Yeah, I agree. And I know for a fact she means it. She actually went into conversating about it a little bit today. She said, I have an attorney in North Carolina already. And he knows people, right? And Skolnick is absolutely serious about what she says. Now, I personally don't believe that she is necessarily going to go for Julie, but I could be wrong. Saint Shelby Lynn, thank you again for the super chat. I'm crying, Clue. I need you guys. I'm disabled. I spend a lot of time in bed watching on my TV. You guys lift my spirits when my rumble to work my own video. And I think I am going to let her know that Julie's attitude does not belong to just Julie alone. And you can bet your fucking ass that if you come for my channel, which you have pretty much already stated that you are going to, you will absolutely be sued. 100%.
Can you play something?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to drop the link in the chat. It's 49 seconds.
Accountability. When someone is held accountable but refuses to contribute to anyone being of strong moral
Are some lurkers that probably needed to fucking hear that. What they do with it is up to them, but it is what it is.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to give my opinion. Britt P, thank you for the super chat. BJ, also have no idea who may be processed on your Clue. Britt P. Britt P is so funny to me. She's like, I don't give a fuck. That's what they call FAFO. She's on the FO part, if I'm not mistaken. And Holly Uhas, thank you for the super chat. Been here. I wanted to come on and do my own little thing. And I purposely wanted to wait until the deadline had passed. It's pretty much passed. Because while there are a lot of lies that come from that household group, whatever, there is a little bit of truth that you hear sometimes, right? September 1st is the date that Larry kept giving everyone, right? So I purposely have held off. So there is no misconception as in like I'm, retaliating, et cetera, blah, blah, right? The date is passed. I think a certain someone has a huge issue, right, with believing things that people tell them without verifying themselves. And they probably shouldn't do that, especially if you do claim to be in the true crime sector, right? It's your girl, J-Dub, the good one. Thank you for the super chat. I don't move I don't know another way to put my. So the woman who was speaking on that panel that I just played, right? She is correct 150,000%. I absolutely sit here right now with literally everything I need to bring a defamation suit to your doorstep.
Oh my God.
And the amazing part of that is it doesn't and will not just include yourself. It will also include Craig, who has publicly gone onto your show and decided it was in his best interest to refer to my fiance and myself as child molesters, which is a lie. Your lie has been corrected multiple times. There's even a response on your live where.
Let me just point something out, though. And I mean this. Craig is allowed to have an opinion and believe that she was involved with her ex and all those pictures. Craig is allowed to have an opinion. That is a assumption based on facts. And the fact that Craig could turn around in court and say, I don't see how a mother couldn't stop it before it happened is beyond my comprehension. That's his opinion, and he has every right to it. That's not defamation. There was an issue with Cletus where someone mistook when Cletus was talking about her ex. That's also a misjudgment, but saying that Clue is possibly involved is not a stretch and would never win in a court of law.
You are confronted with this information and you still double down that I am lying. You state those are the facts. You and your panel. I sit here right now with every fucking thing I need to come at you like you have never seen. And I promise you, with everything that I am, you can sit there and listen to your little friends, Kim and Crafton, who want to tell you I'm fake. I don't really have this. I don't really have that. And you can make yourself believe that I could not bring a suit against you on my own with my own money. And that would be a huge mistake. So I too am going to add to what Julie Skolnick said. And I am doing this, mind you, on the date that it is too late to already tell you this. Should you have actually done something? Should you go this route? I am doubling down on what she said. And I am telling you, face to face, eye contact and everything, I will abso-fucking-lutely be suing you. Because you see.
You know what I found funny in that? Eye to eye, face to face. She couldn't even look at her. She looked down. She could not even look in the fucking camera and say it. After she stated eye to eye and then looks down. Come on, Clue.
If you are successful, right? And you do manage to shut down my channel, there's a reason I haven't stated this before publicly until today, the deadline. There are so many things that you have to prove in order to file for defamation. Should you manage to get my channel shut down, you have then officially affected my income. And that, ma'am, will be the very last box that needs to be checked.
Again, she cannot bring your channel down. Only YouTube can. And if YouTube feels that you did something wrong, that's an issue with YouTube, not with Brittany. That's first. Secondly, so basically the defamation, and this will be used in court if it should matter. The defamation is not what bothers you. So it's not so bad that you wanted that it's defamation. It's only if she does something to you, then the defamation is bad. But if she doesn't do anything to you, then you're not going to do anything. A judge is going to hear that, and a judge is going to say, so you're only doing this for retaliation for YouTube taking your channel down. Not a smart move, Clue.
You come out here, you spit lies, you lie on me in a situation that happened in my fucking past. You don't just lie about the situation, you use the situation. You weaponize the situation to try to make me a piece of fucking shit. Mind you, the entire situation and how it went down is 150,000% documented with the state of North Carolina and the fucking FBI. And I will absolutely have all of those records. And I will prove that you're a liar, a known liar. And you allowed yourself, your panel, and your man to lie consistently on my name, even after you were told the truth. I am not fucking around with you. I get the impression that you're used to people coming on this internet and saying all kind of things, but they don't back it the fuck up. I'm not the fucking one. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Because I see people in your comments all the time. They're scared. They're scared. I have not changed a fucking thing about the way I do my show. I am not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of anyone. But what you are.
Clue, you are so insecure that you can't even look into the fucking camera when you're threatening people. Bitch, sit down. The threats the second time are even more annoying than they were the first time.
Not going to do and get away with is coming out here, picking a fight with me personally, then deciding that you can't take what you asked for and pull a bitch move, because I will pull one right back. And I promise you, I will walk away happier than fuck. You can't even raise $8,000, literally $8,000 in under a month.
Subs, do you hear that? And I'm not talking to my subs, I'm talking to Clue subs. Do you hear that? She is comparing how Brittany can't raise $8,000 in a month, but she's going to be able to, no problem. And these people keep throwing money at her. What in the fuck is wrong with these people? Are they so desperate? That's what I want to know. Are they so desperate to get some fat, ugly bitch's fucking attention? Like, for real? Have you seen her? Have you seen Cletus? Have you seen fucking QB? Like, what the fuck? They're like dying for the attention of these fucking lowlifes. Make it make sense.
You're not ready. Holly, you Haas, thank you for the super chat. Oh yeah, fuck you, BJ. Hold on, I gotta put my glasses on. Vibrator, thank you for the super chat. Did you look at my little funny thing I sent you? I have not checked my email. I've been busier than fuck. I've been lazy, but I have been literally answering Discord messages, which I have 132 of. I'm so bad at social media. Saint Amma, thank you for the super chat. Checkmate. Well, I mean, it isn't just me that's sitting with one either, by the way. Nonsense absolutely has everything she needs in order to bring a defamation case against her too.
Nonsense has nothing to bring a defamation case. These people are going to have no subs when this is all said and done. Zero. You want to know why? Because they are going to bleed them the fuck dry. If every single one of these people are in a lawsuit, the money is going to run dryeth. I don't get it. I seriously do not get why people are supporting this bullshit. Oh, Brittany can't even raise $8,000 in a month. You say that like you're shocked. It's a lot of fucking money.
Because again, they wanted to sit over there on that show and call Kyle Nonsense's husband a pedophile, a child molester. And that is something you cannot do. Saint Shelby, thank you again for the super chat. Fucking Angela thinks you are scared. Oh my God. I had to hold back from comment and calling you racist. I don't trust any of her ex-mods. I'm with you on that. I find it hard to believe that there are people who were watching all the time and just don't see the gaslighting, the bullshit, the lies, all of it. It's really hard for me to personally buy that. Now, I say it's hard for me because I'm not that person. I'm always paying attention, right? And if you say something this time and then it goes back, I can typically be like, pretty sure that's not what I remember, right? However, I do know there are people that are not that way, right? Like I don't want to say they're not smart enough, but I think they're just maybe never in the moment enough to actually remember things and hold on to them. I think there's an excuse given for her shitty behavior all the time. I just think it's excuse upon excuse. And she is never going to take accountability, ever. It ain't in the cards. Chili, happy 6-month anniversary. Love you. Mean it. Ride or die. Thank you, Jilly. And I already know this. Sup, Belinda? And Pookie. I love that name just simply because that's what my mom used to call my dad. Pookie. Thank you for the super chat. Hashtag FUBJ. No one is scared. If one channel goes down, there will be more that pop up. I got nothing to hide, but I'm positive she does, as do her simps. Yeah. Well, I think we kind of talked about it earlier on Julie's. I'm like, you better believe I'm going to be behind some AI somewhere.
I see a lot of people say, just send her you just do it, take her ass, send her paperwork, take her to court. And I can appreciate the rage, right? I can appreciate the anger. But I think everybody's got to take a step back at some point and think everybody has probably said some shit at some point or other that could be used against them in a court of fucking law, right? The way I kind of view this is the internet. People are going to talk shit back and forth. People are going to say some foul fucking shit about each other. It's the fucking internet. It's what happens. But when you cross that fucking line and you fire that fucking shot to go down the fucking route of trying to eliminate somebody's freedom of speech, that's when your ass needs to be put in check. Just like she did with Hong and fucking Nick and all them motherfuckers. The same fucking thing applies here.
Mm-hmm.
It just is what it is. I don't personally believe in trying to fucking go at somebody over some shit they fucking said. But if you come fucking around, you will find out.
I agree with that 100%. It would be very easy to file suit on her ass tomorrow. Go send the clips to YouTube myself and get your channel taken. But here's the funny thing, right? We all can't take it. Yet we're not the ones out here looking like little fucking bitches either.
Right. We're not the ones, well, I'm going to hire an attorney because.
I'll be honest, I cannot fucking stand a person who can't look in the mirror. I mean, who can't look in the camera. Why are you even on camera? You can't look in it. You're so full of shit that you have to look away. You're so full of shit that you can't even look in the camera. It is so fucked up. I have never noticed this before.
Y'all are going to leave me alone when the fact is nobody's fucking bothering you. You're too much of a fucking weak bitch to stay the fuck out of everybody else's shit or to tell your mods quit fucking sending me shit. And if they won't, boot them.
Right.
Like it's the two fucking options you got. If you can't handle the fucking smoke that you created, then you've got to figure out a way to separate yourself from it. And if you want to go the fucking legal route or you want to go the dirty fucking route, just understand that nobody's doing that to you, but they absolutely can. That's really the fucking point of it, right? Is that don't start no shit, won't be no shit. And there really is no fucking limit to that. It's all up to you and your fucking actions as to how much shit you get.
I agree. And I think what infuriates me the most is you want to sit over there and say, talked about my dead mother. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care. It ain't my mama. But you sat over there thinking that you had any fucking right to talk about me and my ex and that situation. You didn't have any, but you did it anyway. I'm over it. Like, I'm over it. And I'm telling you, this is my verbal, out loud warning. If you come for me, you will fall too. Hard. Very hard. And not just you, but your man that you allowed to come on here and say bullshit lies about me and my fiance, which is something you can't do, by the way. Dilly Pickles, happy 15-month anniversary. Support you 100%. I know, Dilly. I know. Thank you. I know I'm trying to scroll up. I think what Julie did today was admirable at best, right? I think she was speaking and trying to get her to understand. You've done this before. Matter of fact, with 9 other people. And you all.
Of course, it's a threat. At one point in this coming up, she even says that she's going to bring the mods to court too. Sit the fuck down. You ain't bringing mods to court. You ain't bringing Brittany to court. You ain't fucking threatening anybody, Clue. Keep your fat, balding ass fucking where it belongs, next to Cletus. You don't scare anybody.
Lost, right? You have tried this before and you all lost. And she told her, this time you will be by yourself. You will be standing alone. You and Craig. And it's a whole different ballgame when that lawyer ain't free. Miss Aries, thank you very much for the super chat. She definitely ain't ready. No, not at all. She was asking for 10 grand. Yeah, about that. Because it's going to hurt. So while Angela, obviously you're in here listening. How you doing? How your mama and them? While you think I'm scared, I can appreciate your opinion and your assumption, but I never venture into anything that I do thinking that I am not going to succeed. And I pretty much always do. And should I have to venture into a lawsuit with Bertha, I will absolutely succeed at that too. Holly Uhas, thank you for the super sticker. My chat is flying. I'm sorry, guys. That's not one of my ex mods. I've never lost a mod. It's amazing to me. Like, we have literally been on the internet, her and I, for the exact same amount of time, 3 years. Both, well, she was here longer, but a channel holder for 3 years. And I have never lost a mod. And she has gone through almost 200. Also something that will prove, something just ain't right here in the court of law.
Clue, you only started making videos very recently. Trust me, you're gonna lose mods.
Julie told her this morning.
So that was pretty much it. I think that's it. But I heard those threats and I'm like, oh my God, is she seriously threatening Brittany with this? Are you kidding me? Like, how about you just move on from Brittany and then problem solved? You don't have to worry about your channel being gone. You don't have to worry about any of it. But all these people throwing money at a real lifer who's openly admitted she's a real lifer. And all these people don't have a problem with it. They don't have a problem with Queenbee sending someone driving by the house. Nothing. They have no problem with it. And this is all stuff happening now. But what I find funny, and I laugh every time I see this. Hold on. I forgot how to find it. Hold on. Hold on. Oh. Okay. This is their idol. This shit cracks me up. This is their idol.
Baby, get her. Yeah.
What's up?
Stop. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, let me do your.
Stop.
That's who they keep throwing money to. This is who Britney should be scared of.
Something we were talking about.
These two.
Something we were talking about.
Clue and Cletus, right there.
And cinnamon rolls, you fat tubby bitch. Looking like the fucking Michelin man standing outside. And cinnamon.
What?
She said she could wear it to work out. And I said, you notice the skinniest part of her is from here to here. From
And remember, she calls Britney fat. She calls Britney a big bitch.
doing this number.
Yeah, she done worked off her forearm back wings.
Right. Like, come on, girl. I got
What?
Yeah. Do it harder. Oh, yeah. Daddy like it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do it harder. Oh, yeah.
Another vehicle on a highway approached me and didn't put much thought into it.
you idiot.
In a few minutes, I was pulling up underneath. Another vehicle on a highway approached me and didn't put much thought into it.
You idiot.
Bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye,
What you say? Huh? I said I will kill you. Yeah, but
Now you see who these people are so in love with and throwing money to, like, oh my God. These are from
bombastic.
These are all from this year.
yeah. Do it harder. Oh.
This one is July 15th of 2025.
What?
This one is August 6th of 2025.
And cinnamon rolls, you fat.
This one's August 12th of 2025.
Something we were talking about. Orchard eggs.
This one's 8/26 of 2023. But yeah, this is everyone's idol around here. Brittany, this is what you're scared of. Be scared she might sit on you. This one's 2023. Yeah, she said she does nothing all day, every day, so here you go. She's twice the size of Brittany.
Something we were talking.
I'm sorry, it's not 2025. They're all 2023, so 2 years ago.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are all 2 years ago. But the point is, she's just trash. Period. End of story. But this is who everybody oh, we love you so much. You need to get your fucking head checked. It's absolutely all projection. But this is clue. She couldn't make it as a TikToker. She doesn't even have views on TikTok now. Probably the most attention that she's ever received in her entire fucking life is going after Britney. Guaranteed. So people can say whatever the fuck they want about me. There's your idol. Good job. I'm sorry. I aim higher. But yeah, there you go, folks. So I just thought her threats were interesting. And I never really had a problem with Clue because I never really listened to her. And yesterday when I was painting, I decided to listen to her. Oh my God. When I heard that, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, now she's a rich princess. Sounds scared of you? Ask me? Oh, if you ask me. I think they sound scared too. I agree with you, Amanda. See how much money she's making up Britney? No. I'm sure she's making plenty. Yeah, she's got nothing legally. And that's what I want to tell Britney. Britney, she's got nothing. I can look it up. It's Playboard, right? Oh. Hey, Truth. Oh, fuck's Playboard. 10 grand a month plus AdSense and membership. Oh, I agree with that. I believe that. Channel search. How do you spell a channel? I'm not spelling a channel right. Let's see. I was spelling it wrong. What the hell? Now you gotta sign in. I'm not showing it. CLUMINATI. I got Trisha Talks. Trisha Talks has made $7,000. CLUE MINATI. There we go. Illuminati. She made 250 yesterday. She made $4 today. Last 7 days, she made 2,000. Total revenue 72,000. Yeah, she made $4 today, but she made 250 yesterday, 560 the day before. Subscribers are going down. Views are going up. Interesting. Hold on, I'll show you. Super chat. $2,007 days, times that by 4. This month, she made $16,000 in super chat. Almost $17,000 in the month of August. So she made $17,000 in super chat, just in super chat in the month of August. That doesn't include memberships or ad revenue. So she probably cleared 30 grand for the month of August. You think she's going to stop talking about Britney? Hard no. Yeah, that's just for the month of August. That's from August 4th to today. Wait, it was part of that fundraiser on the 23rd. I don't know. The 23rd, $9,000 was made. So she had a one-day fundraiser and raised $9,000. Are you kidding me? You guys better step it up. I haven't made one fucking super chat. She's making $9 grand in one day. Damn. What was that fundraiser for? She had a fundraiser for what? What did she have a fundraiser for a week ago? Oh, Katie Prophet's birthday. Yeah, she raised $9 grand. It was for, yeah, but that wouldn't be included in her super chat. If she did a fundraiser through YouTube, that wouldn't be included in super chat. Did she do it through YouTube, or did she say she was going to donate it? Okay, so she did it through YouTube. All right. I don't know why it's included in that then. So even if you take that out, it's still almost 10 grand. What's nonsense full channel? Maybe it's a sign. It's a sign. Damn, I've been on 2.5 hours. Dang. I was saying good stuff. Now, I don't know why my microphone kept kicking out. That's weird. But basically what I was saying is Britney isn't making squat. But they're all making a fucking fortune on Britney. And nonsense I couldn't see. Yeah, this is like so far behind. Because I've been back for like 5 minutes already. No, you didn't miss much. Just that I can't find nonsense and I ran out of free space. I guess it only lets you look up like 3 times. Oh, I found a new true crime channel. Hold on, I'll show you guys. Maybe you guys know who this is. I did not know who they were until tonight. Let me look it up. Hold on. Just Thought Lounge. Anyone know who they are? Here's the link. I was watching a stupid Lifetime movie and I wanted to know the true story. And I looked up true story and then it brought me to this guy's channel. He's got like 600,000 subscribers. I've never heard of him. But the one video I watched was pretty intricate. But yeah, it's called Just Thought Lounge. And he doesn't do lives. It's all videos. But here's his channel. And the video that I watched was good. 22 million views, 2 million views, 2 million views. It looks like he uploads like once a week. I don't know if he does an interrogation video. Maybe it's interrogation videos, but he was the one video I watched wasn't. I never heard of them either. But the one I watched was very detailed. It was really good. Extended raw footage. I guess some of them are interrogation. But I've never heard anyone talk about him or anything. Says, did I really find a brand new creator? Yeah, the video that I was watching that brought me to him in the first place was this about a honeymoon couple, and one of them died on a cruise ship. He disappeared back in 2005, George Smith. And his wife kind of seemed a little guilty, but it was an interesting case. It was a Lifetime movie. But his details of it, he really gave a lot of details. I learned a lot. So that's the boy. Oh, he did one on Mika. And I like him because it looks like he does all different videos, not one video. It's all different cases. Did I even sub? I don't even know if I subbed up. No. He's got 204 videos and 605,000 subscribers. I'd say he's doing pretty good. So, there you go. I like those Lifetime movies too. I've been trying to find good horror movies. There's like nothing. Although I did watch a good one today on YouTube, and I was only listening in the beginning, and by the end, I'm like, I don't even understand this. And then I was reading the comments, and I figured out what happened. I was like, oh, now that makes sense. I was like, thank you. Whew. So, all right, I'm going to get off, though. Make sure you guys hype the video if you have hypes left. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on your way out. And I will see you beautiful people tomorrow. I promised I go live every day. And I have a feeling these losers are going to give me something to go live about every day. Denise, MO3, it was so, Crystal, it was great seeing you guys. Denise, I love seeing you in here. MO3, I love seeing you in here. By the way, MO3, do you still talk to Tracy? I think she has me blocked, but there was somebody in Jones's chat with the name The Truth 01, and I don't think it was her, and they think it was her. And I never checked. I'm like, I don't see Tracy talking like this. But I kind of got the impression they all thought it was Tracy, but I'm like, there's no way. Who made TK? What's TK? Oh, who made 17,000? Clue. Oh. So, The Truth 01 is her handle. I just don't think it's her. I can't see her saying like, oh, I'm thinking about coming back, but, you know, I don't know. It just didn't sound like Tracy. You're welcome, Abby. It was Tracy? Are you sure? I don't know. It just didn't seem like Tracy to me. I just can't see her talking like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just can't see her talking like that. That was not her personality at all. She's different since falling into the No, it's still, I still don't think it's her. I would have to hear it from her that was her, but I'm telling you, that's not her. She would not say some of the dumb shit that came out of that person's mouth. I don't know. I just don't think it was her. She's like, oh, I'm thinking about coming back, but I don't know. What if I miss? It just wasn't her personality. I'm like, Tracy don't even talk like that. It was like an airhead. I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know. I don't believe it was her. She's not an airhead. And this person was acting like they were completely clueless about anything. I don't know. It was weird. But that's just my impression. But I don't know. If it was, it was. But I don't think it was. I don't know why someone would clone her, but I just don't think it was her. She always has opinions, and this person did not have an opinion. They were more like a total airhead. But that's just my impression. So, all right, I'm getting off though. I'll see you beautiful people tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. And let me make this clear. I'm not trying to go after Clue. I just gave my opinions. I don't fight with anybody anymore. I don't get low down and dirty with anybody anymore. Been there, done that. That shit's old. But I'm still going to give my opinion because I can. And that's that. So I will see you beautiful people tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on your way out. And I got a website to work on. Peace.